Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am on the western shore of Lake Michigan at my favorite beach, Rock Beach in Sheboygan. I'm going to do something a little different today. It looks like the waves are whipping. It's really windy. There's an easy way and a hard way to walk here. I'm going to walk the hard way today, and I've never really looked for Yooperlites the hard way. So that's what I'm going to do today. So let's get down here and see what we got. Over and saw this. Looks like somebody dumped a pile of their rocks, like some of their cuts and stuff. There's like slabs. There's even a pattern drawn out on this one. Some nice stuff in here. Nice little cuts and slabs, little stromatolite and carbonates right there. That's pretty cool. Leave it for everybody else. Okay, so I'm kind of out of the wind. It is very, very windy down here, so I'm probably just going to end up taking some pictures and maybe some video. But very, very windy. You can see how the waves are whipping. It's probably the biggest waves I've seen in a little while. So we'll trek on here and see what we can get. I'll try to get footage like I said, but I may not do a lot of talking. Okay, so I finally found the first one that I think might be a Yooperlite. It's pretty big though. I've never really found one this big. But what I'm looking for is like that light gray behind, you know, like white light gray, and then the more boxy black parts, and then the little red parts in there. So I'll check this one in my coat. I would assume this is one, but like I said, I've never found one this big, but I'll check it and then I'll let you guys know. Okay, so definitely the biggest Yooperlite I've ever found. It definitely is full, so I'll show you guys at the end. This one's definitely going in the bag. Okay, so one more cool last little find before I flip around and hit all this dry stuff on the way back. A little cool, probably just basalt, maybe epidote in that green all the way around it. Really cool. I don't know, might take it to some, might not, but all right, let's head back and see if we can find something in the dry rocks. So I am almost back to the car. I did find some Yooperlites. I did find some other cool stuff that I kept. So I will get home, get everything cleaned up, and show you what I got. Okay, so I am home. I got everything cleaned up. As you can see, I did get some Yooperlites. I got 5 actually. This one's not great, but I kept this one because if you can see, it's got all this blue flash, like right here by my thumb. It's got tons of blue flash all throughout it. So I wanted to see if I could maybe slab this thing and get some blue flash on some slabs, but who knows, so that's why I kept that one anyways. So I'll show you all those in the UV at the end. I didn't keep much else, but it is some cool stuff. This is just a cool quartz or quartzite with this red lines through it, so I actually have a little collection of this. Sorry, it's a little dark over here. Yeah, right here I have 3 other pieces only that I've ever found, so I'm gonna just go ahead and add that one to that little collection. Then we got this really cool piece of, I'm not sure if it's banded iron or if it's just chert or jasper or all of the above throughout here, but I think what I want to do, it's got a nice flat bottom right here. I think I want to get some slabs this way out of it. Maybe get a really cool jasper slabs out of that. I think that's what it is. Then we got this really cool fossil. So you can see, I think these are horns shooting up through there, one right there, one right there. But this one actually goes, let's see if I can get some light down in there. It actually goes like 2 inches down into there, and it almost comes out right there on the bottom. So it goes all the way in and it's patterned all the way through. I just thought that was really cool. So I definitely had to keep that one. And then this was the other really cool, just, you know, it's just a big piece of limestone, nothing on the back. Oh, one little crinoid stem on the back, but this thing has just got
crinoid stems going all over the place, like it cracked off perfectly from the rock. Then it's got some with, you know, little pockets filled in here with maybe calcite or something, sandstone. But just patterning, you know, like right here, patterning, and just tons and tons. So I thought that was really cool. So I'll probably try to clean this thing up somehow. I don't know, I'll have to research what best to do with this because it's a lot of negative space, but I just thought it was really cool. So I did keep some really, you know, unique stuff today. But I'm happy with it, you know, like I don't find much of this at all, actually. You know, banded iron or chert and jasper and ironstone, or, you know, whatever you'd call it. So really cool. All right, so let's get the UV set up and I will show you these guys. Okay, so let me get the lights off and then I will just go from smallest to biggest here. So here's the first one. Not bad, not bad. A lot of tiny little specks throughout it. So I thought maybe this would be one that if I slabbed it, maybe it would, you know, fill in a little bit more, but still pretty good. Second one, same deal, just a couple thicker patches in this one, you know, like a couple bigger spots, but not totally full, but still enough, I think, to stand out for sure. And the third one is probably the one with the coolest patterns. This one had some stuff going on in it for sure. Little dead spot right there, but that's really cool. And then, you know, a little bit muted on the back, but those couple patterns that are in there like that right there, that's really cool. So that was definitely a good one. And this was the one that had that blue flash. It didn't have a ton in it, you know, just a little bit right there. It might have more on the inside. There's like a little teal color right there. But a little bit on the end here, not bad, but not a, you know, totally full one, but still a decent one. This one I was gonna cut anyway, so we'll see both ways, see if there's more of that in there, see if there's any of that blue flash. And then last but not least is this, like, you know, 2 or 3 pounder, biggest one I've ever found. And it's pretty much totally filled with speckles, like every single spot in here. A little bit deader on the bottom, but you can tell, you know, there's those spots all the way through the entire thing. So really, really cool. I didn't think I'd find such a big one. So definitely a win today, the daylight Yooperlite hunt. All right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.